Question and answer. Oh yeah, question and answer, y'all. Come on in. Come on in.
Come on, everybody. This is a personal meet and greet with Chante Moore. My name is Craig Davis. I work with Chante. What we're doing is going to do a meet and greet. It's going to be real personal, not close to personal. Chante is one of the greatest singers we have. There are. And I just thank everybody for coming out tonight, this evening. Sorry, we're a little late. But we're going to start this off with, I guess, Chante talking about a new project. Any questions?
Hey. Well, this is my 7th album. It's called The Rise of the Phoenix. I called it that because it's really, really about my journey in the last few years, from divorce to going through whatever it is. Life is something that's hard for most of us, and we have the ups and downs. And I have the pleasure of making music from those emotions, and hopefully it helps you understand that you're not alone, because I know when we go through things it feels like you're by yourself, like nobody understands anything. So I always try to make sure that everyone knows that these are really personal stories that are just put to music. What I love about music is that I still get to do it for a living, that I get to actually sing for a living. It's still always strange to me when people go, Chante Moore, and I'm like, I was born Chante Moore. I mean, it's not like a stage name, it's me. And it still strikes me after it's been 20 years now since I've had done this professionally. And I'm still really grateful that I get to do it. There was a time where I wasn't sure I want to do it anymore. It just sometimes the work of the music business, the business of it, is not always fun. It's not always fun to be under a spotlight and having to entertain or feel like it's not appreciated. And I feel like my music sometimes doesn't always translate. And I feel like it needed something different. It needed a different, what's it called? A mix, I think. And I'm not 16, but I'm not 61. So I need to figure out, how to present my music to people that it's not old and it's not trying to be like I'm a teenager, but it has to be something that's what I call fresh and new, and I really think we've accomplished that with this record. So really, really excited about it. I think it's the best record I've done since my first. The album was really authentic, and it was like a hodgepodge of everything that I'd been through in that last, I guess, 15 years before the first record. And I feel like this album is like a reflection of what I've had in the last 10 years. From the pain to the joy and the sadness. There were times where I felt like, I'm really just depressed and really couldn't get myself up on my feet. And it took my friends and my loved ones and good prayer that got me back to really getting a clear vision of what was my purpose. Recently, they did a meeting, Chante Moore Uncentric, just a couple days ago, and
I saw it.
Thank you. It was really emotional doing it, because going back to San Francisco where I was born and going through my old house and in the room that I was brought home in when I was a little girl, it really was more emotional than I thought it would be. I remember my mom passing away 20 years ago, and that certainly always touches me and hurts me. I miss her from a day-to-day basis. It's not a thing that I say you get over it, but I don't think you ever do. You miss it more and more. That's what I feel. But remembering that the things that are instilled within me have been about church, have been about love, and been about truth and integrity, and it wasn't music from the very beginning. Some people were like, I know Beyonce has a story about her parents, training her up, and that was what she was going to do. Well, my parents said I couldn't sing at all, so they were like, shh, baby, just be quiet. And I was like, oh, okay, fine. But I would clean the room and sing in my room. So it was something that I loved doing, and it always was my passion. And I really appreciate that the Lord has opened the door that I can do this for a living. So that's really what it is about. It's just about giving the music and putting forth the effort and really being happy to do things like this, to see people face to face, because now with the internet and all that stuff, it's quick, but it's impersonal, and I don't get to see their faces except for pictures, but that's what I love about the concerts. Every weekend I get to see the smiles and the tears and the meeting people and hugging them. It was funny. People go, you don't have a bodyguard? I'm like, for what? Nobody comes up to me in a bad mood. They always go, oh my God, I love you. And that's such a they know you and they touch and you touch their heart before you even met them. So it's a beautiful thing, and I am grateful that you all are here today. And I thank you for taking time out. And we were in a whole lot of traffic. I don't know what happened to whatever bridge it was, and we had to get off and go all through the woods. But we are here. So if you have any questions at all that you want to ask me, I'm open and honest to it. Yes, ma'am.
I would like to know, what year did you marry Kadeem Hardison, and how long were you guys married? Because I didn't know that.
Well, we were together longer than we were married, but we got together in 1993. We had our daughter in 1996, and I think we broke up when she was 5. It seemed like we were together longer than that, but I think that was it. I believe so. It was about 8 years or something like that. She'll be 21 in September. So, yeah.
See, y'all were together during the filming of different, It's a Different World.
We got together the year it was over. Yeah. I got to go to a few shows, but that was when it was over.
Do y'all have a good relationship?
We do. He's one of my favorite people. He's such a gentle spirit. He's so just authentic. He's not one who's pretentious at all. And I find it that when I see him, I'm very happy to see him. Like, we feel like family. It doesn't feel like that's my ex-husband and I don't, this. What I love is that both husbands, Kenny, my last husband, and Kadeem, too many K's. I used to go, baby. And my brother's name was Kelvin too, and then my son's name is KJ. I'm like, cute. This one, the wrong one, and then the old one, and then the dark one, and the light one. Oh no. But we, what I loved is that they understood that we have to put our children first. And when I married Kenny, we had our son KJ, who's now 14 and 5'11". And I wanted my children to spend time and spend Christmas and the holidays, and whenever they wanted to be together, I wanted them to have all of their family. So Kenny was very gracious, and Kadeem was very gracious as well. And we would have Christmas and Thanksgiving, 4th of July, birthdays or whatever, and he'd come over and I would cook for everybody because we're family. It shouldn't be that you have to go have 2 Christmases because that dad is over there and this one doesn't want to see that one, and she's not over that and he's mad at that. I really wanted my children to grow up knowing each other and seeing each other's father. So that's what we did. And now, Kadeem and I'm not with Kenny anymore, so we don't get together for Thanksgiving. However, Kadeem and I do meet with his mom and my daughter, and we all kind of go out to eat, the 4 of us, and just make sure we catch up on life and stay connected, because it's the only grandma she's going to have. So it's important to stay together and make sure we understand that we're family, and everybody who comes in my life needs to know it. So, and Kenny and I are getting better. We had a little more tumultuousness. That's a word. We had some issues that we had to work through, and I know I'm still working through some of the aftermath of it, and it really is something that's necessary to just take your time. And you can forgive, but you don't always forget it. It's not always that place that you can just go, oh, good, it doesn't hurt anymore. You have to wait just a little bit for that tender spot to heal, and I think it's healing, and it takes time to do that. But it's getting much, much better than it was. We just saw each other. My son graduated from junior high school, and he's going to high school now, and I can't believe it. But we had a good talk then, and just interaction is what's important. Just trying to stay open to that and being not just saying you're a Christian, but acting Christianly. Having that spiritual thing that really overtakes yourself, because that flesh is make me sick. And God's not saying don't do that. He said they'll know you're my children by your love, not by your attitude. So I try to and move on and go forward. So good stuff, yes. But yes.
Are you still on Divas? Like Divas?
R&B Divas Ballet, that's been off for 2 years. I think they replay it maybe or something maybe.
Was that scripted or was?
No, that was all real messy. Unfortunately, that was all real. Some of it was a little scrambled because they edit how they want to edit it because they want what they want out of it. But people are responsible for what came out of their mouths, and everything I said was true. However, I do feel like some things were just manipulated to kind of make me be the bad guy, and I think they did the same thing to Miss Kelly the first year. And then I came on the third year, the last year, because I didn't want them to think they chased me away. So I was like, okay, I might not be on this thing very much, but I'm here. You running me off. So, but it was good to learn how it works. It was very emotional and very tiring experience because I'm really a homebody. I'm really just simple. I like, cooking for my kids and staying home and, just being very, other than working like this, I like being at home watching old movies and stuff. So I have a friendship that's been 20 years with my other girlfriends. I have like 4 girlfriends and that's about it. So being in the environment with new young ladies in the industry, it was a little different because we were already established entertainers. So when we got into that circle, everybody is a star. We're like alpha dogs, so it's interesting how we all kind of got there and all these ovaries in the same spot. It's always going to be some stuff happening no matter what. We worked through them and we were ups and downs. And I just think it was a stretch for all of us in different ways. But I don't think anybody really intended to hurt someone else. I don't think so. But I'm glad we went through it. It did open up the doors for me to get to a whole new generation of people that would have never known who I am as an artist or as a person. So that's a benefit that I'm really grateful for. But I'm glad it's also over.